Hi, I'm Kate Cassin, and we're here with the coverage for the Irish Open 2016. I'm here with Jim O'Neill. Jim, thank you so much for talking to us this evening. So I wanted to ask you a few questions. You've been playing at the Irish Open for a number of years, is that correct?
A group of us have gone up regularly over the last 7 or 8 years. Yeah. It started when Fox O'Keefe and Nicky Power made the final table, so that created the interest. And ever since then, there's been a group of maybe 20 or 30 of us head every year. We've gone to the Burlington, but this time around now we're looking forward, and City West is a new venue. So
that's great. So you're enjoying it so far.
We certainly are so far. We certainly are.
So, and how did it come about that you got so heavily involved in arranging events down in Waterford yourself?
Okay. Traditionally, Colin Quarry would have a traditional game every Monday night in Dungarvan, and Colin decided to run a league for the Irish Open. So the advantage then is we had 20 or 30 players who were aware that the event was on and were competing to try and get the ticket. So the idea came about then that not only limited to a Dungarvan game, why wouldn't we concentrate on putting on as many other games and as many other venues?
So it's quite spread out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, through the southeast.
Absolutely. We ranged Seamus Aldridge down in Wexford. If you go as far as Elaine Maloney up in Cashel, down to Clonmel, Cahir, and we had 4 or 5 satellites then in Waterford City. So our priority was to get as many people playing as many games in as many different venues, and it worked.
That's great. Okay, so now I'd have family down in Waterford, right? So if I were going down there, where would I find a really good game?
Okay, you have great games in Norris's, you'd have them in Milan's, out to Dunmore Road, you have games in Woodlands and Beckett's. We have our traditional game in the golf club, and that's where we would primarily play. But you would always have also games in fundraising in the different clubs. But primarily, there's plenty of venues. And of course, the hotels have hosted it traditionally out in Tramore as well.
Oh, in Tramore, okay. So now, just getting back to the Irish Open this year, your qualifiers would amount for a large number of people who are here. You're responsible for a part of that.
We would have 7 of the poker operators who arranged their games every week just came together, and we decided to create a calendar so that we made sure that there would be a satellite game on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But what was important was they wouldn't clash. If there was a game on a Tuesday in Waterford City, we would make sure there would be a corresponding game in Cashel on the Thursday. Brilliant. And maybe a different game on Saturday. It wouldn't make sense to compete.
So it made it very easy for everybody.
Absolutely, yeah. Because we had players who wanted to play the Irish Open, and if they were unsuccessful on a Monday in Dungarvan, they had an opportunity to go to Cashel on a Thursday and maybe another game.
It makes it open kind of for everybody living in different areas, so they don't have to travel too far. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and it is a success. These operators, Caroline Marr, Fox O'Keefe, Owen Tubritt, Colin Quarry, Seamus Aldridge, they put in effort every week in, week out, for 52 weeks of the year. They have their own pool of players. So all we done was gathered all those pool of players together and made sure that there was as many games available to them as possible.
It's brilliant.
It wasn't our idea. It has been, we copied what works around the country, and all we wanted to make sure is that when you're here over the next few days, that you will see and notice as many of our friends from the southeast, and we hope they'll number over 40.
That's great. It's brilliant. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, and we're going to be catching up with you now tomorrow and over the weekend, provided you're still here.
And I'm going to try and make sure that 1 or 2 of the players who've qualified at the satellites will be encouraged to come along. So if Dave McCarthy and Nigel Cahill are listening, I want them in on this interview.
That's great. Well, you heard it here first, guys. You better get down here.
Okay.
Thanks a million. That's great. We'll talk to you soon.
Not at all. Great.